But one piece of advice that might be helpful is you have this idea of finding a hero, and I think it's a nice way of putting it. But I think it also reminds me that there should be some level above you that you aspire to. You know, there should be some beacon or some North Star, and it can be anything. It can be a group or an organization or a spiritual community, but to have something that raises the bar for you. And
well, yeah, I mean, and I think right now we're in the middle of the Olympics, and you got to believe that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of little girls who are seeing Simone Biles and saying, I can do that. I want to do that. And right, they're the next Simone Biles. Now, the probability of being the next Simone Biles is very low. But, you know, you're not going to get any Simone Biles if nobody else tries. And even if you don't achieve being Simone Biles, probably the rigor and the training and the sacrifice and the dedication to becoming a great gymnast is a life lesson that now you can apply to other things, right? So now all those athletes who are in the Olympics, they're not all going to turn pro and make a ton of money, right? Maybe in basketball, but you know, if you just won the women's 400-meter hurdle, not clear to me that, you know, now you're guaranteed income for the rest of your life. But if you trained enough to be an Olympic athlete, and, you know, even to get to the Olympics, if you trained enough and you were dedicated enough and sacrificed enough, and you know, had these values of working hard, you can probably apply that to anything else you do and be successful.
No, the ripple effect is amazing. And Ireland is a small country, but we've had our best medal haul at the Olympics ever. And
what, you got two?
We got more than two, guys. And some of them are gold. And we've a female boxer who has won her second gold medal. She won
that's right
3 years ago, and she went back. But she chose not to go professional. And she stayed amateur. She works in a local hospital in the inner city of Dublin. And the girl she boxed in the semi-final was the girl who she boxed in the Olympics 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago because of COVID. And that girl went pro. But the rules of the Olympics allow her to still fight in the Olympics, even though she went professional. And Kelly Harrington beat her in the semi-final. And it was almost like an Olympian type story of staying amateur, staying true, you know, staying in your community, and then beating somebody who went professional, you know, took the money. Not that you'd have any issue with that, but it's the ripple effect, you know, especially in Dublin, but even outside of Dublin, all across the country, of girls and boys saying, you know, I want to put boxing gloves on. I want to, you know, put running shoes on. It's just phenomenal. And I think you'll see the impact of it in, you know, 10 years, 20 years.
And you know, she's going to end up as the CEO of Guinness. And then we're all going to say, yeah, of course she's the CEO of Guinness. Look at the dedication she, you know, put into boxing. If she can handle boxing, she can run Guinness.
Yeah. Well, I think actually she'd be an interesting case if you ever wanted to get her on your podcast, because she's somebody that's very close to her society and her community, and somebody who's given a lot back to her community. And there's probably part of the reason why she never went professional, and she's retired now after the Olympics. So very, very interesting case study for a lot of the concepts that are in your book. But